Let's be honest for a second. How many times have you promised yourself, all right, starting tomorrow, I'm changing my life? You'll wake up early, hit the gym, study every day, eat healthy, stop wasting time on your phone. For the first few days, you're locked in. You feel motivated, focused, like a whole new person. But then something weird happens. You skip one day, then another. And before you know it, you're right back to your old habits, scrolling for hours, procrastinating, telling yourself, I'll start again next week. And deep down, you start thinking, maybe I just don't have the discipline. But here's the crazy part. The real problem isn't your discipline. The real problem is how your brain works. Part 1. Your brain hates change. Your brain is designed for one main thing: survival. Not success, not productivity, not self-improvement, just survival. And to survive, your brain tries to save as much energy as possible. That's why it loves routines. Once something becomes a habit, your brain can run it on autopilot. No thinking, no effort. But when you try to start a new habit, your brain sees it as extra work. It's like your brain saying, wait, why are we doing this? We were perfectly comfortable before. So it starts pushing you back toward your old habits. Comfort always feels easier, and your brain loves comfort. Part 2. The motivation trap. Here's where most people mess up. They think motivation is the key to building habits, but motivation is unreliable. Some days you wake up feeling like a machine. You're ready to crush goals, work hard, and level up. Other days, you feel lazy, tired, unfocused. You don't feel like doing anything, and that's completely normal. Motivation is like a temporary spark. It burns bright for a moment, then disappears. If your habits depend on motivation, they'll disappear too. Successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Part 3. You're starting way too big. Another huge mistake people make is trying to change everything at once. They say things like, tomorrow I'll wake up at 5 a.m. I'll go to the gym for 2 hours. I'll study 5 hours every day. Sounds impressive, right? But your brain sees that huge change and immediately goes, yeah, that's not happening. Big habits create big resistance. That's why the smartest strategy is to start ridiculously small. Not small, tiny. Instead of working out for an hour, do 5 push-ups. Instead of studying for 2 hours, study for 10 minutes. Instead of reading a whole chapter, read 1 page. It sounds almost too easy, but that's the point, because small habits are easy to repeat, and repetition is what actually builds habits. Part 4. Your environment is controlling you. Here's something most people don't realize. Your environment has a massive influence on your behavior, way more than willpower. If your phone is next to you while studying, you'll check it. If snacks are on your desk, you'll eat them. If Netflix is 1 click away, you'll probably watch it. It's not because you're weak, it's because your brain always chooses the easiest option available. That's why successful people design their environment carefully. They remove distractions, they make good habits easy, and they make bad habits harder. For example, want to read more? Put a book on your pillow so you see it before sleeping. Want to wake up early? Put your alarm across the room. Want to stop scrolling? Leave your phone in another room while working. Small environmental changes can completely transform your habits. Part 5. The habit loop. There's actually a psychological pattern behind every habit. It's called the habit loop. It has 3 steps: cue, action, reward. For example, cue, you feel bored. Action, you grab your phone. Reward, you get quick entertainment. Your brain remembers the reward, so it repeats the behavior again. The trick to building new habits is using the same loop. Cue, after waking up. Action, do 5 push-ups. Reward, feel proud of yourself. Over time, your brain starts associating the cue with the action. Eventually, it becomes automatic. That's when a habit is truly formed. Part 6. The boring truth about success. Here's the truth nobody likes to hear. Building habits isn't exciting. It's actually pretty boring. It's doing the same small thing every single day, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel motivated, even when you'd rather do something else. But that boring consistency is exactly what separates successful people from everyone else. They just keep showing up, again and again and again, until the habit becomes part of who they are. So, if you've struggled to build habits before, don't be too hard on yourself. Your brain wasn't broken. You just didn't understand the system. Start small, fix your environment, stop waiting for motivation, and just keep showing up. Because the people who change their lives aren't the ones with the strongest motivation. They're the ones with the strongest habits. Subscribe to Aspire Quest and see you in the next one.